Well, I came from a family of six brothers and three sisters, and mom and dad. I have an uncle who lived in Canada, Uncle George. I asked him, how do I get a way to come to Canada because here is not very good. So I asked him, I need to go to Canada, but I gotta have a trade. Would you sign my papers and say I'm an electrician to go to Canada? So he said, sure, why not? They don't know. When you get there, you go and learn. So I came over to Canada, 1955. But I was working in a restaurant, so I made some money and I didn't like it, going to school and all that. So I stay in the restaurant business. I've been in the restaurant business ever since. I always wanted to open up my own restaurant when I worked before for different restaurants. But it was very tough and very hard 40 years ago to a little guy like me to open up a big restaurant like that cost millions of dollars. I went there before Nick's was open. There was another restaurant there. So I went to have a hamburger there. I said, I'd like to buy this corner and put Nick's up there. She said, oh, I don't think you can do that. It costs lots of money. I said, well, I'll try. I told the girl, I said, well, let me talk to the owner or whoever is here. So he came over and then he moved me. Hey, Nick, he says, how you doing? So he sit down and talked to me. Tried to find the money. I couldn't. I was short, $200,000. The guy owned the building. It was Jack Singer, one of the rich men here in town. So he says, I had to phone him and say, I'm sorry, Mr. Singer, I can't put the deal together. I can't buy the building. It's too much money. He says, how much? You short? I says, 200,000. And his wife came on the phone and she knew me because I worked at High's and at the Epicurean downtown. And she says, who's this? My friend Nick. So she made him take a second mortgage on the building. He said, you sell the building to Nick, take a second mortgage. And that's how the deal put together, because I helped his wife. Otherwise I wouldn't have Nick's today. So there you go. You try to help somebody when he's down and out, it comes back to you, you know? Well, that's our life. Yeah, the kids, Mark was 6 and he's sleeping in the booth there. They grew up with the restaurant business. It's next not for sale. I'm gonna take it, I give it to my kids and their kids take it over. It's gonna be Nick's here forever.
Well, I was a young kid when we first opened up Nick's. And when we first opened, we used to get up early in the morning and go and do all the vacuuming and the cleaning. I've been working there all my life except for when I went to university. I've never worked for anyone else. My only job I've ever had is Nick's Steakhouse. Well, my brother and I both played football. My brother played for the Stampeders, and I played at UFC and UBC. My father was a super fan even before we started playing football. And, you know, to us, Calgary, football, Stampeders, Nick's Steakhouse, it's all related. It all ties into one. Well, growing up, family was huge to me, and I just really want that to carry over for other people when they come to Nick's. I want them to feel like they're part of the family, not just going into a restaurant and being served by strangers. I care about every single person that walks through that door. It doesn't feel like work when I go to work. I get to get up and I go to my second home every day. And that's, I think, part of the reason why it's successful, because I love what I do and I've never done anything else. I don't want to do anything else. I see, hopefully, Nick's Steakhouse being there for the next 50 to 100 years. We serve hearty portions of wholesome food with impeccable service at reasonable prices. This is Nick's recipe, and we've been following it to the penny, like right to the last iota, for 40 years. Recipes do not change. If we're not perfect, we will correct the problem and make it perfect. That's what you do with family. And we just encourage all families to come and support us, because we support local as best we can.
It's been great life, let's put it this way. How can you beat it? I'm the likest guy in the world. and Nick's gonna be there forever.